start the show and we're handing out the light sticks to the dancers because they've got these Titan tube light sticks. They're programmed LED light sticks. Numbers, please.
30.
33, you got it.
33.
29.
2.
Oh, 22.
Closest I've got ever.
Steve's trying to guess the numbers there, but it's no.
Number 2.
He's been getting some of them correctly, but I get the feeling it's just luck.
Number 2. Thanks.
Oh, did you guess number 2?
Yeah.
I got
That's
nearly
one.
all 3 of them right.
Oh, really?
I was one number off on each of them.
Wait, I've just realised actually the deadbolt needs to go the other shape.
So here's the thing, these sticks are wirelessly controlled and each one contains
15, that was it.
number 15. Number 15.
Thank you very much.
So they're all controlled, but each one contains 16 pixels, red, green and blue, but they're actually designed for the film and television industry, so they're capable of doing really amazing whites. You wouldn't believe that it's red, green and blue and no white chips when you see the colours. They're very good. So we're using this show quite a few times. Some of them are around the arena. They're being given to the dancers when they initially come on and they change colours because it represents the show. And they'll be putting them on a podium and then the conductor's in the middle of the podium and he's surrounded by these and the patterns chase on them. They're very good.
Can I point something out?
Yes.
Should we turn them on before we hand them out?
Oh fuck.
Oh, I could turn those on when I get back up. Oh, okay. We'll turn them on before. That will save so much time up there. I bet they've turned them on themselves and I got up
They're
there.
going to look at them and go, oh, they don't work.
Oh well, give me something to do when I'm up the back.
I'll start fiddling with them now.
Yeah. I pushed all the buttons.
Jerry's still running it.
Yeah.
I was going to say something. Oh yeah, do you want to keep these? Like they were too small.
No, they were originally the ones that we cut to size and decided we were going to use them. The other thing we've got here, I'll show you this later on. Oh, hold on, the rumours are coming.
Thank you.
Hey! 5, no, 8. Yeah!
Oh, you actually got it right?
I hope I'm just hoping you get 30 again.
Number 8.
Thank you. I'm glad you're feeling better.
Thank you. I had to take some time out yesterday. The perils of eczema. Happy birthday to you. So, how many people are like to have their birthdays today? In
Number
the
9,
audience?
please. Number 9, thank you.
You think it's number 9? We've got 8,000 people in the audience. Really? He's so good. Are you sure it's the right number? We can swap it if you wish.
They have improved.
Where was it? Oh, later on you'll see, well, on the show, if you ever actually see it, you'll see the conductor's baton lights up. It's very nice. When you see it up close, it's a bit shady, but you know, it works, it does the job. So this is one of our power cabins, by the way. It's also used for storing materials during the show and for charging these, because these are actually rechargeable light sticks, and they just get put in charge overnight. Although even on a day like today, we've got 2 shows, and the Saturday show, it only goes down to about 80%. They're amazing, these things. You wouldn't ever imagine that stage lighting would end up being battery operated, but here it is.
We've been watching it and it's like rain, we all run our rights. So we won't
We don't need these bits either, do we?
No. We've got plenty on the roll anyway, so if we can use it. I think I've seen we get
Number
more.
1, please.
Number 1. Oh, are you just making wild guesses here?
I can't remember either.
32.
Can we have numbers?
I did deny 7.
Is it 7?
27.
27, okay. There are 35 of them.
28.
12 miles off.
12, okay. Number 12.
7, no, not 17.
See, I I can't remember any of
Oh,
them
number
because
4, please.
they've all got white dresses on, they've all got buttons, and they've all got red lipstick. I just can't tell the difference between any of the dancers. You're doing very well. I shall concede. Look, she's cheated in some way. Have you actually been just memorising it all?
You remember some of them because they chat a lot.
I can't tell the difference between one and Highland dancing. Yes! Really? It's a shame it's the last day of the job.
I can't believe you're that.
7, lucky number 7.
Is he guessing these right?
Yeah. You do more than me.
So things you'll see in here, we've got our distribution equipment, which we've also got fibre optic link down here for data, but it's just one of many power distribution cabins in this on this job.
I've got tons of bubble wrap
Tons of bubble wrap.
if you want it.
I'm going to use clothing as general sort of packaging for my
For
stuff.
your stuff, this stuff.
Yeah. Or yes, I'm going to maybe actually take that water purifier out. I wouldn't take the snow machine with me, just because of lack of space. It means carrying it all back with me tonight, or over the weekend actually. This is the last night of the show. We get 2 shows, and then we start stripping it all out tomorrow. And in 2 days, the whole lighting system will be gone. Trying to clear space in here for tomorrow because there's going to end up loads of material coming
17
in.
and 18, please.
Do you think so? 17 and 18, are you confident?
They always come together.
Thanks.
Look at that surplus, man.
Oh, the higher numbers.
Uh-oh.
They're up there
That's
somewhere.
34.
No.
32?
30.
Yeah.
Number 5.
5.
You could just say the numbers to stop them guessing. You just want them to guess.
Nobody's 5. Ow, no.
It's in that one.
19 and 31.
31.
Not telling you in the next one.
19.
Thank you.
She's named I'm gonna remember
Number
that.
5,
That's
please.
5.
I don't get yours wrong now.
Hi, welcome back.
Thank you.
We missed you yesterday.
I missed you too.
I hope you got our message though.
Yes,
Yes.
I did get the message, thank you. I like the way you identified with your tube numbers as you actually... Yeah. Thank you.
Get death stares.
27, please.
27.
26, please.
20, that's 28. Are you sure you want 28?
26.
26.
25.
Oh, that's right.
Thank you.
Number
20.
60.
Oh.
11. Wow.
Oh.
And you're just 7.
Remember it for tonight.
There are 35 different things to remember.
34.
34.
I need
But it's
34.
29 every time, so that's a positive. It's just got that vibe.
I got that right every time.
16.
What have we got left?
Loads.
I said do that till tonight.
3. Oh, hang on.
24.
No,
I'm just shooting random numbers out here. You all look the same to me. I can't differentiate. You're all dressed the same.
11.
Ah.
Your
Thank you.
3.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're good at that.
Really well.
Are we getting videoed?
Yes,
Yeah.
well, I'll talk to you about that later on back on the stage, okay?
16,
16,
please.
yes.
23. Thank you. 20.
23.
I always get yours
And 20s.
wrong. 29.
29.
No, come on. She was just 20.
4.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got
Last in that stack.
Thank you.
29.
Hey. 17 and 18. No.
No,
There.
20 and 21.
no, it's 30.
Got it.
20.
Yeah.
What? 20 and 21? 21? 20.
I know, I'm going to get yours tonight.
13.
This is the first time I'm going to actually have to turn someone's light stick on now because we forgot to. Oh, hold on, there's only, hold on, we're going to play bingo, one each.
28.
Steve
Oh.
said
There
it.
you go.
No.
Number 10.
Yeah. 30.
30.
Yay.
I think I did okay.
Yeah. My God.
Can you just say, Can you tell that Vince, the crew chief, has been interfering with and drawing cocks and balls and things again? I just thought I'd mention that. He's a bit tasteless.
So you've got to dash up there now and turn on number 2.
I've got to go and find a one
number
of them.
22, I believe.
I believe 13, 22. I should go up and see if they come off. Oh, here's more military marching past and shouting at
Snow
people.
machine going.
Yeah.
Obnoxious.
Next to it, I think we should have a snow machine on.
Okay.
I think
So,
there's,
what's the time now?
sorry, there's 3 you've got to turn on.
It's
I think.
pretty close to the start of the show, isn't it?
Just gone 10 past.
Right, I'm going to head up. I'm going to head up to the show. So I'm going to head back up to the show, to the backstage area. So I'll catch you there. So when I first tasked the day backstage, the colours, the colouring is terrible here. I'm going to have to adjust the colour temperature afterwards. Is to check that lighting in front of this stage is in position. It is in position. It's looking all right. It's the correct angles. So now I'll head off. My next task backstage is to check the Highland dancers here haven't meddled with their light sticks because they're always fingering the buttons, and see if they've turned any of them off. So now I'll check that before they go out. The show is starting. We have the fanfare coming up, and then there'll be really, really loud explosions. I'm not sure how the camera's actually going to deal with explosions because it's from the cannons up there, and they are very loud. There are 7 explosions. I think that represents the 7 colours of the rainbow or something. I'm not really sure. I should know because, well, I've been working the show for a while. So they're all just getting ready to go out. And they'll put their fingers in their ears, as I will, because it's going to get loud very shortly. Then they will line up. And I'll head down to collect the tubes at the other end because they come in for another part of the show. So let's charge out here. You're kind of backstage at the Edinburgh 2 at the moment, just in case you hadn't twigged. You won't see it so much at the moment. It's better on the later show, and they'll head out the bottom now. And when we get to the bottom, I shall collect the tubes back off them, and we shall stick them onto the next thing they're used on, which is this podium here. So I shall pause. I'm just waiting for them turning up now. They should be charging up here shortly. The ladies in tartan here are the other Highland dancers. They're co-workers, and the reason they're standing there is because they are going to collect the tubes to allow the ladies to go upstairs for their costume change, because that happens right now as a lot fits into a small space. grab you. Let's grab you here. So what we've done is, this is a podium, it's a real podium, and we just put the light sticks on it that are addressable. So once the conductor's actually in here, he'll basically just be surrounded by tracing colour patterns according to the sort of music that's being played at the time. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to get the little one that goes on this actually. I'm just going to grab that right now. More Highland dancers in the background. There's Highland dancers everywhere, and military. Excuse me, bumping the keys to the motor. Lots of bagpipes. Not sure if that's going to be swamping the audio out here. Right, I've got the wand in its holster here. Okay, you're not actually getting aimed at anything particular at the moment. I'm just grabbing gear. Oh, thank you. So the host for the wand clips onto one of the tubes here. The conductors, well, it's the conductor's baton, goes into the holster like, oh, where is it? I'm going to have to try and name it. You can't really see it. The holster is on here. Dancers heading in. Quick check around these. I want to check that all the tubes are actually active, so I'm looking at all the displays and then I'll see you upstairs. And then after we've done that setup of the show, we then, while it's running, we come down here and we have our haggis, neeps and tatties, because it is the Royal Edinburgh Military Tattoo after all, and we'll have to eat Scottish food. For those of you who are never going to ask, the radio is a Hytera and it's crap. I'm not sure if it's just the way it's been set up. Here's the crew room with all our stuff. There's Vince, the crew chief's secret bench. There's Neil, the projection guy who maintains the projectors. Cara's here. What are you, Cara?
Tuna pasta.
Tuna pasta. Cara has chosen something more opulent than I have. And we'll hang around here for a while, but later in the show then we have to go down. That lighting podium has to go out onto the arena. We have to de-rig some of the lights, except I won't de-rig them this time, so we're in the first show. And then after that, we hang around and wait for it to come back in, then reset the show ready for the next one, and then come up here, drink tea briefly, and then it all starts again. That's a Saturday shift. So we're just waiting at the moment. We've got a queue coming up, which involves this lighting podium going out. So once the curtains open and that goes out, I'll follow Steve out, because Steve just monitors for anything going wrong when that happens. So we'll join you with that shortly. The cake is ready, the cake is going. There it goes. So Steve's just monitoring there, just in case any of the tubes get knocked off in the process, because sometimes it hits the curtains, particularly windy days. It's a successful deployment. The conductor will now step up onto that and the show will continue. At this point in the show, the podium is about to be brought back in. The bands are marching off. The conductor's about to step off the podium. As soon as he steps off the podium, the curtains go back, the guys bring it in, we take the tubes off and we just de-rig it, get the tubes back in. And normally at the end of a normal show, we just recharge the tubes at that point, go and collect all the other lights in. But at this point in time, Because it's a reset for a second show, we'll just be getting them ready for going back out again. And then as you can see, the whole show, because it's just 2 shows tonight on a Saturday, it just resets, and the performers, instead of going out to the bottom of the arena where they exit the arena and then go back in the coaches to the accommodation that's provided by the 2, now they're actually loading back up into the back of the castle, ready for the next show. And we're going to go and reset the systems too. So the first thing for me here is the tubes are going back in the racks in numerical order, not being put in charge. You can't really see them going into the racks here, but trust me, they're just getting put in numerical order. And then once I finish putting these in, because we're not putting them on charge, we're just leaving them because they've got plenty of capacity. They've got 95% capacity at the moment. Because of that, I'll just retire and have a bite to eat ready for the next show. And if we get any repairs to do, we'll do them now. Failing that, we're just waiting until the next show starts and these tubes get handed back out to the dancers. And then the whole thing just starts again. That's pretty much an evening at the 2 for me.